Thanks, Chad and Corby. I'm Stephen Human. Now, you guys are in Utah at Fort Douglas doing your ghost hunt. I'm a little bit further south. I'm currently in Veracruz, Mexico. Now, you may be expecting to see palm trees and the beach behind me, but I'm currently in the dungeon of the Fortaleza San Juan de Ulua. And I'm about to take you on a tour of one of the most disturbing places you've ever heard of.
They call this place the heaven, earth, and the hell. In Spanish they call it the cielo, the purgatorio, and the infierno.
It's hard to imagine a better hell than this. For almost 300 years, the Spanish fort San Juan de Ulua operated as Spain's outpost in the Gulf of Mexico, simultaneously acting as princely castle, fortress, and prison. Constructed in 1565, San Juan was pieced together using the materials at hand, namely living coral from the bay. Meaning at one point, much of this complex was itself alive. For all intents and purposes, the entire place is one big skeleton. During those 3 centuries of use, the fort housed soldiers, servants, and prisoners from local native tribes. Once Mexico won its independence, the Fortaleza was the last Spanish outpost to fall in 1825. Now San Juan is a museum that overlooks the busy port city of Veracruz, Mexico. This vacation spot offers gorgeous beaches and lush hotels. Few outside of Mexico are even aware of this destination. But over the past few years, more foreigners have discovered the very authentic experience offered in Veracruz, from the food to the streets themselves. This time of year, the festa isn't about sun and water for visitors to the port city. Like the US, Mexico loves the Halloween season. But for them, the party doesn't start until the clock strikes 12 the night of October 31st, and El Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, begins with street celebrations and festivals. Veracruz is the perfect setting for such ghoulish parades, as the old city practically drips with mystery and intrigue in its very architecture. Much of the over 500-year-old buildings and cathedrals look like they were taken right out of a Hollywood zombie movie. No matter what season it is, the Fortaleza San Juan de Ulua is a popular destination in Veracruz. But now, as the Day of the Dead draws near, the old dungeons where prisoners rotted in their cells and the walkways where soldiers slaughtered defenseless natives all seem to echo more loudly with screams of generations past. Tours are offered, or you can just explore on your own, delving into every corner of the hauntingly dark tombs. Our guide through Veracruz, Hiram Beron, leads us through pits so dark and cold even the light itself brings no comfort. Large cells that held at times hundreds of cramped prisoners take on the image of caves, particularly since the moist, salty air has helped to form stalactites and stalagmites over the last 450 years. Walking along the battlements, you come to El Puente de Sangre, the Bridge of Blood. In the heyday of San Juan, it was said that once you crossed this bridge, you would never set foot over it again. It is here that the prisoners were most likely to suffer torture, neglect, and death.
So when the influenza or another kind of disease came, all of them died at the same time.
While you're not likely to find spirits walking these corridors, the history is rich and right at your fingertips. The freedom with which you can explore is unheard of in the States, allowing you the chance to feel the very walls and sit in the dungeons where Spanish conquistadors punished the rebelling native workforce. It is a stark reminder of the harsh days that once were common along the coasts of the New World. Luckily, Veracruz is a very different place today, full of American convenience mixed with Mexican hospitality. The waves of the Gulf still lap at the coral skeleton of San Juan de Ulua, reminding visitors of a dark past that looks across the bay toward a bright future. While we tend to prefer the light of day, it's still fun to delve into the dark recesses of the world every October 31st.
Well, there you have it. Veracruz, Mexico, and the Fortaleza San Juan de Ulua at Halloween. Now, this is definitely a place you need to come and visit, whether it's this time of year or not. Veracruz is beautiful. So come down here and enjoy. I'm Stephen Human for At Your Leisure. Now let's get back to Chad and Corby at Fort Douglas for the big Halloween ghost hunt.